Hey guys, Ronan here, and today I wanted to make a quick video about the early access game Killing Floor 2. Now, I played Killing Floor 1 a little bit, so I was kind of excited to see Killing Floor 2, as it was a really good game. The first thing I want to bring attention to is this is a co-op heavy game. Although you can play a solo version of the game, the cooperation in this game is key to your survival. If you are new to this game, I recommend playing on normal, and then once you get better, hard, and then suicidal. And with that though, if you're playing all those harder levels, you're probably going to want to have a few levels in your class. Since this game is in early access, currently there are only 4 classes. The Berserker, which specializes in close combat. The Commando, which uses mainly ranged weapons, but that can go from single shot, full auto, or burst fire. The Support, which specializes in shotguns. And the Field Medics, which can use its weapons to heal other players. Now, to heal other players, you do not have to be a medic. The medic just has perks that make him better at healing. I'm going to quickly go over the gear, as those are your customizable options. At first, you select a character. There are currently 9. I'm not sure if more are planning to be added when the game releases. And then once you select the character you prefer playing, you go to the head choice, and it'll give you, in this case, 2 skins, which is just different color hair. Then you have your body. You can pick from the different color suits, and then glasses or accessories, which goes from a bandana, a gas mask, or glasses. There's not much for customization, but if I remember from the first Killing Floor, you can get a lot more, or at least DLC may happen, and you will get a lot more options. Now, I like playing long maps, which are 10 rounds, and I generally try to pick a game that's really early in its waves. So generally, like if they're in the first wave. So this game is a survival game right now. That's the only type of match you can play. What you have to do is survive each wave, which they come from almost anywhere. There's a lot of spawn points, so you can easily get swarmed, and your job as a group is to stay alive. Now, the more players in the game, the more damage the enemy deals, the more health they have, and the more of them spawn. If you increase the difficulty, that will also increase their stats and their move speed. I've noticed that playing on Suicidal, they are really hard to outrun. Every zombie, which they call Zed in this game, have a special way to get dealt with, but every single one's weakness is the head, so try to aim for the head as much as possible. So I do like the customization, the class play, which changes the way you play the game. I actually do enjoy that. I mean, customization is nothing great, but it gives you a little bit of difference between character and somebody else's character. What I find kind of odd, depending on the weapon you're using, if you're a medic and you use a support shotgun, the experience goes to the support class, it does not go to your medic. And right now there are 2 weapons that are not associated to a class, which is the katana and the flamethrower. Those 2 weapons you will get no experience with. When you score a headshot, notice that the zombies keep moving, but they will eventually die once they bleed out. So the game really rewards you for headshots, and it creates more gore, and the graphics make it more enjoyable to make headshots. It's like a reward. You just cover the floor with blood. The graphics are great. I really love the graphics. The amount of blood that you can see is great because it stays there. So if you have a long, drawn-out fight in the streets or anywhere, you'll definitely notice by the end of the map how messy and gory the level becomes. The different enemies is great too because it keeps you on your toes, because there's basically a priority system of what you have to deal with. Depending on your class, certain enemies are harder for you to deal with. Like, let's say you're playing a Berserker, the bloaters can be a problem, sirens can be a bit of a problem too, because you have no choice to get hit by those if you're in melee range. That's where the co-op comes in handy, because every class has a strength and weakness, whereas like the medic is great for healing, but his guns are not all that strong compared to the other classes. And like the Commando is... One thing I don't like about the Commando is that it's easy when you're playing by yourself. When you're playing with 6 players and then you're trying to aim your gun, because you have really powerful weapons, but sometimes it's really hard to aim at that flesh pound because of his move set. and since he's not coming towards you, he's coming towards somebody else. It makes it really hard to hit the head. Probably my only complaint right now with the game is the reloading. Now, I think it's pretty cool. I'll try to show a clip. If your weapon is full and you reload, your character just checks his mag and puts it back. So it's good. What I don't like about the reloading is you'll go to reload, and it happens to me a lot when I'm playing. You go to reload, and the animation, the mag is back in the gun, and then the bullets haven't refreshed yet until your other hand, until both hands are on the weapon. Which I find is odd because to me, once the mag is in, you should be able to do like healing, let's say, everything's so hectic. So I find myself having to reload 2-3 times sometimes because I don't wait long enough, even though the new magazine is in the gun. And where I think that some games could stand out with this feature is that all you would have to do is ready your weapon after. But depending if your mag wasn't fully empty, just putting a new mag in without having to ready would make the game a little more realistic of how weapons work. I think that's something that should be improved. Level designs are quite nice. They are actually very easy to learn the layouts and find the spawn locations for the items. The enemies tend to try to trap you in somewhere, so there are quite a few locations where you can easily get choked up and you get surrounded and then you're stuck. Which is, it's nice because this is how you learn, right? It can be quite hard sometimes. It's nice. It's a good challenging game. Lots of items on the ground, and that changes with difficulty level. The replayability is nice because you can play it just as a different class, and I would like to play this with more friends because it's just, the co-op aspect is just so great. One thing about the customization, I hear a lot of people complaining that they would like to have more guns, which it's in early access, so I'm pretty sure once the game fully releases, they will have more gun choices. Because the only complaint I think they have is that it's almost like a straight tier system, whereas your, let's say, medic pistol is your basic weapon, then you get the submachine gun, which is slightly better, then you get the shotgun, and then the assault rifle is better than the shotgun, so there's no like kind of equal per perk, like there's no, like a different weapon that's not necessarily a tier above. Everything is in 4 tiers, and that goes the same for every class. One more option I think I would like to see in this game is a customizable HUD. Right now, I'm only saying this because I mainly play medic, and having to constantly look around for your team to make sure that they're fully healed, because in public servers there's not many people that actually communicate well, and I find that I'm basically spending most of my time trying to make sure my team is up. So I would like to see maybe if you're playing medic or every class could potentially have the option of adding like a party menu that you can see. That way you kind of know where like where you're standing on the fields, because right now the only way to know is by pushing tab, which then you lose all of your field of view, and maybe even in that menu you see your party member's ammo percentage or like ammo situation, so that when there's a Scrake or a flesh pound come, although that's not realistic, so I don't expect this to come into the game, but maybe the healing menu would be nice. But the ammo, yeah, I can see, you know, be kind of cheesy. But it would help if the Scrake or flesh pound goes up. And right now, I'm not sure if it's meant to be this way. I like the feature is that you can't, there's no map. The only way you can find your party members is by the sound of their gunfire if they're not communicating with you. So knowing the map and following the direction that the shots come from is basically how you group up if people don't use voice communication, which I find adds a bit of a challenge to the game sometimes. Having to survive, and sometimes those near-death moments are pretty cool. When you get to that 9th wave or that 8th wave and like everything just goes to shit super fast, it's, I mean, it's frustrating. You know, you get to the boss and you just don't finish because everybody just died so quick. The lack of communication is where most people just die, and I'm really hoping that people do pick this game up. It's very fun to play. So this game being in early access, graphics are great. I'm not sure how much longer they are planning on tweaking and polishing the game. As far as the gameplay goes, the gameplay works like pretty well. It's well balanced. If you're playing solo play, you can finish the hard mode. I think I have a video that I show this in. So difficulty is good. It does scale fairly well. I haven't played Hell on Earth yet, mind you, but maybe if I find some players that actually do play on Hell on Earth. But for that, I will need a few more levels. I'm not going to play on Hell on Earth until I'm at least level 20. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I hope that the review helps you make a decision whether or not you want to play the game or not. I will be posting a quick video on every class, just showcasing their weapons, strengths, and weaknesses. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
That one flesh hound's almost dead.
Flesh hound.
I think that one's fresh one.
In case you didn't already have enough rates, there's another one.
Alright, so welcome all to the land of the dead. It's pretty boring here, but I think you'll come accustomed to it. Now, just let me take a nice big sip of my afterlife Mountain Dew here. Oh god, that's good. Yeah.
You're going to start crying.
Think I'm gonna have to get a beer now.
I hurt you.
Alright. I got a good campfire song for you guys. It's made by a real good folk singer. I'm pretty sure you guys might have heard of him. He's a really good guy. This is a really good song to go along with it.
Michael Jackson?
No, close. He did do a couple of Michael Jackson covers, though, in his style of music. So you're not far off.
Ah.
This is a good singer. His name is Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, let me just find the sheet music here.
Oh shit.
Stay alert. I'll kill you twice. Keep focus.
EG.
Clutcher kick! Clutcher kick! Clutcher kick! Clutcher kick! Clutcher kick!
GG.